I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madico!
Worth a
That
look.
flaccid Batso! Imp, you had none of that, huh? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Facina. My postinago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious. You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps. If there's a burden on your conscience, then I am not opposed to you offloading it on my behalf. I do not know where Bertenno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Brass Citadel docks. He mentioned that he owes money to a Raotayan captain named Hamuto Stonehill. Not someone to cross, I hear.
Sure. Huh?
All right. Which
You're
one of
the
us am I
Watcher.
thinking of now?
The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth. The Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right.
Leave. No veil.
You be thinking of the Watcher.
That's 10 in a row. That's some talent you got.
Aye, the talent of noticing who you be glancing at before you ask me who you be thinking of.
Sure.
How may I
Beat
help?
it. Not a chance, amico. Facina sent you, didn't she? Was soft as down, but not a single fence willing to pay me a fair price. Maybe they've got imp stink all over them. Should have guessed these were bad luck. Well, it's too late to go making smart decisions, isn't it? Here he comes, and I'm too late. If Hamuto doesn't give me an extension on my debt, I'm a dead man.
So, Bertenno, you hired a mercenary, or else a negotiator. That coin should have gone toward your debt to me.
Huh? No, I didn't. That is, I would never go behind your back. I
like dealing with people of substance. This is a private matter. Your interference is unnecessary. I salute you for your courage, but I ask you to reconsider your position. Cowards! There will be a reckoning, for I know each one of your faces. Indentured servitude. I trust this is a more honest and respectable alternative than any pursuit he would take on his own terms.
Be calling it whatsoever you like, Captain Cogswallow. But your honest and respectable slavery be slavery all the same.
Your toy pirate speaks out of turn. I would teach him a lesson if I were you, Captain. Do I? One can be adherent to the tenets of maritime law, and still be seen as a monster. You must care a great deal for this insufferable little worm to stake your purse on his freedom. 400 pyres are what Berteno owes, and I will accept that sum to have this sorry business concluded. Then our business is concluded.
I can't believe I'm finally out of debt. For the first time in my life, I'm free. Ak, this feels amazing. And I'm going to sail this lucky streak wherever it takes me. If you see Fasina, tell her I'm hiding out with some principy friends. Also, catch! It's a new Berteno all the way. Pirate Berteno doesn't get himself in anyone's debt.
You're back. Kue, any news? You are willing to put up all that money? What of the gloves? What happened to them? At least I know Arkemir won't feed me to the imps. Take your discount as well. If the cupboard doesn't make its goals, so be it. I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkemir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkemir's Dripping Scourge or Arkemir's Malevolent Codpiece. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them. He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship. To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers.
Aye?
Aye? Aye, aye. One of my eyes be open. I suppose easy, 10 Sleethy. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap. I don't be supposing you'd blow it up, aye? Done and done.
I don't give 2 pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkemir. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rauatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. A spellcaster, and a damn good one. Specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Arkemir could be drinking Kuiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I suppose I can spare a moment. I heard tell of Ephron, a thief with a penchant for making house calls. Word has it that Ephron made his way inside of Arkemir's manor and later died. Now his soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine in the Dark Cupboard. Strange fate. I help finance expeditions around the Isles, which often means keeping an ear to the ground. Not very romantic from behind a desk, but Rauatai's campaign could use the extra coin. It's a handsome piece of rock, which some call valuable. I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rauatai. I suppose it's no secret that we're after more than some arbitrary cultural touchstone. We're looking for a route to Ukaizo. Stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to finding the place. Arkemir is a magical savant and a recluse. That makes for a very dangerous combination. He relies on imps and ironclad constructs to maintain the estate. When you've lived as long as Arkemir, I suppose trust becomes a problem. Fine by me. I'm looking forward to the day when the Harapo epic is someone else's concern. When it comes to finding the Lost Island, we can't afford to neglect any lead. The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and harness the storm. If there is a place where this can happen, it is Ukaizo. All of her pretenses of cultural pride are a means to an end. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it. As you say.
What for, Johnny?
Shop imp, greetings. Buy something. Dead thief? Check box. He's still rattling around in there.
Fortune for a pun, good sir? Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune? What, am I famous out there or something? Tell you what, 500 pyres and you get the exclusive story. Knowing Arkemir, he'd think it was funny and just leave me down there. That manor is a fortress. An Orland partner and I got to thinking that Arkemir wouldn't miss a few coins here, a few gems there. There's a span of natural rock between Arkemir's place and the luminous bathhouse. Ganor let us camp in his basement with our pickaxes. After some careful hammering, we found ourselves in Arkemir's manor without a guard in sight. We snuck through the house until we found the vault. No keyhole, just a bunch of gems. While he was working on the lock, one of the local imps grew keen to us. Alarms went off. I don't remember dying, really. I just woke up in this box. And Arkemir told me that I had to work off my debt. Arkemir told me that he died, but that he was put to good use. Forgive me if I don't speculate on the meaning of that.
something.
Well, that's not nice. Guess I wasn't so hard.
Right.
Nice and quiet. Be discreet.
Mm-hmm.
Aye?
Oh?
Sure.
Happy to oblige. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not nice. Guess that wasn't so hard.
Worth a look.
Well, that's not nice. Well, as long as I don't get caught.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Will do.
Yeah, I hear you.
Be quiet.
Aye, I'll give her a bad rap. What for, Cap? Done and done. A light's foot and an heavy boot.
That's
Cap.
something, huh? Nice and slow.
Great fetching. Aye, indeed.
I shall be discreet.
I sure do like. What can I do you for? Real quiet now.
This looks great on me. Well, sure. Keeping an eye out. Ooh, I like how this feels. Hey. What do you need? I got it.
So pretty. What you do here? Biped groundwalk filth. What you do here, huh? Why you trouble Yellow Eye 3? Ugly One speaks in confident tone. Not burglar, then. Stay out of Yellow Eye 3's way, and break nothing, or Master hears of it. First Yellow Eye died, second Yellow Eye died, now his third. Master gave Yellow Eye a number, so he would remember which one he was. 4, 5, 6 is all the same to this Yellow Eye. 1 died asking idiot questions. 2 died stealing baubles. 3 is more careful. 3 watches out for kabooms. Pretty crystal. Protect you forever. Go on. Yellow Eye 3 has time for Smelly Groundwalker. That all you want to know? Boring. Found near vault. Keep safe from Master. Too shiny to leave lying around. What? Crystal harms Yellow Eye 3? What means you? Curses! Take! Terrible thing hurts Yellow Eye!
Ahoy. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap. Captain. Aye.
Real quiet now.
I heard you in Isselmere again. I do wish you would stop and... Huh?
Real sorry, Aloth. We'll keep it down.
You think I care about your childish jokes? What bothers she doggy is my grimoire. And you...
Captain. A light's foot and an heavy bullet on.
Seraphim, thought we agreed you'd stay out of my head.
I weren't in your head, lad. You think like an ogre snores.
Sure.
Intruder! Ground meat in the Master's sanctum! Ski! Ski! Is ground meat Arkemir? Master gave us a passphrase. You repeat now! That passphrase, all right. Butler on second floor lounge trying to eat it again. Master will be displeased.
What for, Cap?
I've got it.
I'll be damned if I let a soul be used for such foul means. Come with me now, you poor lost thing.
What for, Kai?
Will do.
Don't touch anything.
Ahoy.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Hey. What do you need? All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. Well, as long as I don't get caught. Guess that wasn't so hard. Uh-huh. Well, as long as I don't get all done. What do you need? I got it.
Postenago. You have truly put... Adolf Entre, you go to visit the luminous bathhouse, yes? My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Merla, I cannot swim. I would go by myself, but... the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief, Gelade. You mean it? Agrasima, I am in your debt. There is, one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten? If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... the information proprietary. You understand? When I first saw you, I knew you were a trustworthy sort. I knew. Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
Well, don't see why not. Hmm?
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand. They're there in my head when I... And sometimes tell me what's on your mind. Yeah, it's best we gotta move.
Huh?
Captain? Aye.
What are you... Get out!
Ahoy.
On it.
I think it was something I said.
No, it's not, you're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me...
All this
you had
trouble over a
problem,
tablet of
right?
fucking stone. If my company's standing wasn't on the line, I would have written this one off as a loss already. After all the trouble and effort, somehow I never expected this day would come. My thanks on behalf of the Royal Deadfire Company. We remember our friends and what in Remergon's hairy backside is that?
Hey, you the Watcher? Good. If I delivered message to wrong person, Master would curse me with Archimir's annoying song that never gets out of your head. Archimir, the great master, has returned. Invites you to join him at the estate. Says you know where that is. I won't need to. He already knows. Find Master in his study. Don't be late.
It would seem the old wizard is more observant than I credited him. Just wonderful. Never mind.
All right, I'll say it. The filthy little buggers are growing on me. Anyone else?
Faithfully done, Emione. Report
It's
to
nothing
Rokoya
personal.
Nui when your
I
hands
just
and
don't
your
think
temper.
talking is all.
Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up.
But what do you squawk and gloat over a heap of stones? Akira, you Rautayans are strange
The brass citadel is a marvel of modern engineering. With the gates barred and the cannons primed, it can withstand any attack and weather any storm. Surely you can see what a fine stronghold this is. Please, spare us empty pleasantries. We transformed a rocky cove into the best defended harbor in Nekataka. Such achievements...
This rocky cove was once a prized fishing spot for the Riparu. These Rautayans act as if every bare islet is merely awaiting a fort or a farm. They cannot look at anything without planning to change it.
To strive is to survive. Those who would achieve greatness must make the world a better, more ordered place than they found it.
Why change the world when you can learn to live in it the way it is? This is what my people have done for thousands of years. Must we sacrifice the needs of the few to the whims of the many, then? Akira, nothing invigorates like a good discussion. Thank you for indulging us.
Ventray, a moment. I saw you speak to my dear amico Degnos, so I thought to myself, why, Talfor, you must meet him too. That is good to hear. So rare it is that I am glad of a stranger's interference. Would you like an escort to Queensbereth, Ventray? You never know what rough types may be about, and I would hate to see you waylaid. A gracious offer. We accept. Per Guano, let us be off.
Shame I weren't at that animancy trial. My mind would have cut Theos' plot to bloody...
Merla, how is every ship hunter taken?
Where is my seal? Postinago, did you take it again? You will feel the bite of the cat's tail if you have lost it, boy. A delivery boy with a smart mouth. What a surprise. If you are not a servant, is this Nazenali a friend of yours, Degnos?
An acquaintance only, Casita. From the luminous bathhouse.
First you waste my servant's time, and now you have the gall to waste mine as well. Chaudhry! He is so incompetent, strangers must complete his errands for him. Tiveris! Degnos, you will explain this. And what is this, eh? Que?
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go. Yet, here we are again. Probably, wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me. Well, that's why I mention it. Sometimes it's been anything but. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path? I thought it might be. Just wish it didn't have to. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church. Now, just about anything would be at this point. Now, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should. You pray to him, he might help you too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extreme. Following Aethys was right. Had no reason. Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? I suppose that's true. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things. Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
It is a pity you let him escape. He will be found. I will make it so. I did not think he had the stones. And now I will never know the extent of his sabotage. Trade routes, partners, cargo. Anyone may know them now, Merla! But you have saved my life. Agrasima, for your trouble. Your intervention has given me much work to do. Leave me to my tasks.
Captain. Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, you run a tight shop. And you ain't no terrible person, either. It'd be a welcome change from the Gentleman of Leisure. The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew. Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the Gentleman meant leaving the Sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known. I never knew no kin till the Sorcerer. They be my Salt family. And to me, that'd be better far than blood. I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding spot. I know right to tell you that you mightn't want it no more. Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones. Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a saw-rip fetish. Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse than what they fancy you. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love. Didn't fancy her in the least, but a man has needs. And I figured at the time that she were as wet as any other lass. Figured I'd give her a whisper about what we might get down to in the old. Her answer were an unequivocal no, made with a sharpness. Might have been the closest I've ever been to death. You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
We can summon the guards if you want to be difficult, amico. Kindly leave.
If Luca doesn't see reason, the Duape will lose their lands. For their sake, I must...
Will do.
Ah, almost out of pepper. Master will be unhappy.
Ahoy. Done and done.
Something I can do?
I trust you had no trouble finding the place. Nekitaka is either a testament to the ancient Huana's love of labyrinths, or their hatred of straight lines. Try not to get too comfortable. I warn you to stay your hand, and treat with me better than you did poor Consulate. Glengrath, gone as well. Your dealings with the Circle are stained darkest crimson. I wonder, but let us get to the business of the hour, shall we? My estate was recently burgled. My vault breached. One. At the Circle's behest, I'm expected to show restraint in these dealings. You managed not to rouse a peep out of my servants. If nothing else, the lack of disruption is appreciated. One hopes that Rawatai knows how to properly archive the Harappo epic. The Circle of Archmagi wishes for us to put this unpleasantness in the past with a gesture of good faith. The Circle has expressed concerns about a certain mobile deity. The Deadfire is a fragile place, and a blundering soul drain like Aethys can damage more than just castle keeps. Indeed, it isn't our desire that you apprehend the deity. That simply isn't practical. We need your help in preparing for the worst possible outcome.
Normally, the Circle's involvement constitutes the worst possible outcome. Or have you already forgotten the Blackwash Falls incident?
Kalakoth replaced the water. What more do you desire? An apology? The wizard Bikana installed an observatory due northeast of Nekitaka. For your absolution, the Circle asks that you locate her research. That the Circle's concerns are utterly unfounded, of course. No doubt you'll recognize the appropriate documents. You have an eye for valuables. She vanished from academic research, and therefore her livelihood. All signs point to her lab being abandoned. Fair warning, a vessel flying the sigil of the Torn Bannerman set a course for the observatory. I have every reason to believe they travel armed. Come back alive, or not at all. Now, if you don't mind, I have a manor to restore, and a security system to re-evaluate.
Something I got it. Hey, Aloth. Remember back when you were a low-rank Leaden-Key spy?
I generally try not to.
Well, you deserve the promotion. Much prefer you to your old boss.
Why, thank you.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
I did not send for anyone to preside over our contest.
No? You didn't hire a bodyguard, Cal. We have business. What do you want?
What's your...
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on Valiant terms.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valiant way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
We are civil enough to kill each other without making an incident out of it. This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Miller! Scatter!
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait! This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
I don't know you, stranger. But Sintere Folaro's tantrum. Too much Bardato blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata. Here, for your discretion. You have not met Mother, have you? I'm certain she'll have work for someone invested in the family.
Out for trouble or taking in the sights?
Will do. Sure. I've got it. Worth a look.
I'll see what I can do. It is done.
Huh?
I'll see what I can do. The work.
On it.
Ah, yes. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies. You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. When Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain. Perhaps in time, if great Wodica judges us worthy of supporting the company, word has spread fast about the little spectacle at the docks. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardato can help one another. Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues. Zilly Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy. Fonder of song and drink than the family business. Him, I'll have it taken care of at once. There. May it open doors for you. Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent. Are you still with me? Well, I will endeavor to hold your interest next time. Ugh, My bank shoulders the costs of the Valian Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato's signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand. Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying.
Better is self-deception, mayhaps.
Bertello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions. Oh dear. You're serious, aren't you? You think I'd put myself in pistol range of that old imp? I think you overestimate how much of my trust you currently enjoy. More pleasant subjects, I hope. Bertello doesn't make my affairs any easier, doesn't it? This is no surprise to me. Fortunately, Atello has fewer resources to expend than I. More pleasant subjects.
What for, Cap? Aye, aye. More than my eyes be open. Ahoy!
Found something.
You're looking prettier than when you left, or so.
Merla, cut it out. You gonna make a habit of turning up?
Aye, aye.
Well, all done.
Aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap? Captain? Aye. Aye, aye.
Well, that's not nice. All done.
Ahoy. Aye. Ahoy. One of my eyes be open. Captain?
All right, but I'm keeping what... All done.
Captain? Done and done. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap?
Yeah? Right.
Ahoy.
I've got it. Worth a look. Steady does it.
Well, as long as I don't get caught. Guess I wasn't so hard.
Aye, done and done. Captain, done and done.
Am I supposed to play nanny?
They listen to you, Martino. Enough! We have a guest. Ah, a new face in the Valera halls. You will forgive me if I'm distracted. Trouble and scandal plague my household. You kept Lara and Orso from the Beyond. We could use such a mediator. Martino has need of muscle and brains outside of the Valera house.
Let me take point on this one, Father. Some Royal Deadfire crews have lately taken to pirate hunting. One such crew has been boasting of their victories near the Wild Mare, singing their Rauatai songs and making our clients anxious. Hunting Principe dogs is our business. With all these problems with the Bardatos, now is not the time for competition from the Brass Citadel. It would be better if they took their business elsewhere.
You could always start shooting the shit out of one another and leave good Deadfire folk be. Just a suggestion.
Come back when the Rauatai dogs have been dispatched, dismissed, or dismembered.
Ahoy. Done and done.
Do you enjoy a coin, my friend?
Where in the blazes
Can you
is
lift
that
a
old
sword?
man?
See something you like? Aloth! This is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragan Hill?
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions.
And I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than... It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agree. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. Till later, then.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
I don't have a voice for shanties these days.
Whose guts twist her around like a rusty corkscrew? Oh, the sailor who can't hold down Queeky Stew.
Aye, aye. What for, Cap? Aye.
Defiance Bay, am I right? I was but a face in the crowd, but I remember the one who walked out of Hadron House alive.
He's had more than a few. Perhaps we should go before this ends in rambling professions of love.
I must be seeing double, Elfman, because it's like there's a great big lady crouching on your shoulders. So, what brings you here, friend? Valera, one of the stuck-up pirate hunters. We move for no one, friend. We'll leave when we're good and ready. Valera should get used to waiting. No. Tell the Valeras they can lick my boots. That's what I thought. Now, if you don't mind. You come by for a drink or just a chat? I do not understand. We have done nothing wrong. Joking. There's no... No... Really? Back to the ship! We should never have come!
Hey. Sure.
Shh. Keep your voices down, my cullies.
Will do.
Good night, Watcher. We can speak in the morning.
Faye, if you think the lad's fussy now, you should have seen him as a wee one.
Well, he's changed since then, as I see it.
Faye, dear, do you have a spirit twig?
Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes. Hazard of the work, really. Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it. Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net. You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully. It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico. Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. This is not a temple I expected the gods to frequent. Grassima, even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps. Merla, and he hired muscle. Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar. If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, It is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Those the cannons you be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'd be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare. And the blow to the back of the head that followed, Merla it hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets. It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare. Belfetto, the gods smile on you. Complanca, but now I am sober again. When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
Something I trust him.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says the consueli. You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood? I thought Rimaro's pup kept better company.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphin. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough. Cotter likes you already. What do you want? Zamar has money problems. Cotter has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this as friendly fucking chats. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
Look, Selezia. Your supper comes with blue fur. Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback. Not Selezia.
There's better ways to scare him than threatening innocents.
Cosi, and whose side are you on? Your Casita or the wolf? No one threatens Cotter, you overstuffed boil. This one's not worth it.
What do you need?
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling? Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Redora? Has she sobered up yet, or do we need to shake her by her ankles? Robbed? Abidon's fist. Someone's feeling bold to prey on a captain in Queen's birth. Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it. That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well-deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove. 1,000 is plenty less than I offered the seasoned captain. My hands are tied. Sorry. Well, I'm here if you ever change. Oh, come take a look.
Hmm? Sure. Hmm?
I've got it.
Trouble, folk. Move. The honor.
Let's go!
Like flogging a figure. Futile.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Lavaru, beyond sick.
Right on target.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Hey, watch it with that.
This thing is...
See
doing the job.
Me too, man.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Hundreds Nathers. Something I can do for you? Oh, sure. What about? Ah, it was Persa, wasn't it? Is she recruiting again? You can tell her I'm not getting involved in whatever she's up to. Go plot your mischief with Persa. She's got a room at the tavern down in the gullet. Just leave me out of it.
Sure.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare. Mercy, Traveler. Never have I been so hungry. Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years. Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before. Forgive me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Anoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks. He's there. In the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger. Thank you. I'll share it, I swear. The gullet is a lawless place. Forgotten. The only authority here is the Matarus, and they don't work on our behalf. But if it is a wise man you want, seek Anoi in his up.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing.
It's nice. Far as holes in the ground go, I reckon.
Nice and slow.
Relax, Bayer. In and out, no complications.
Relax. We've no intent to disturb you. Please carry on.
Bayer, I don't know this one.
We asked not to be disturbed. What are you doing here? Well, that's the end of subtlety.
You told me you weren't followed.
Sally can't know that I was here. Bad news for our new...
Moe X on.
Can't make a dent.
Attack, Cap.
Sure thing.
Any harder.
Sirmas me tomb.
Moe X on.
Another attack, Cap.
Worth that.
Take him down.
Another tack. Stuck in a door. Another tack, Cap.
Didn't work.
Let's go.
Take it. Well, don't see why not.
Lava room.
Need something stronger.
Right. Only takes a
Lava.
finger to blow it away.
Ready. Yeah.
You killed him! Let me go, and I won't say a word about what happened here. The Bardatos sent you, right? No need to kill me over a family tiff, eh? I just check for traps. Belder and her crew are the vault crackers, not my line of work. This job? I'm out. It never happened. Belder's plan was for everyone to converge on the Bardato vault. You won't find me anywhere near the Bardato fortune. Can we agree that that's worth sparing my life? Deal. If I can just find that damned pouch.
I'm
Why do you
starting to miss
bother
the
me,
gruel
little
and
kith?
gilded veil.
No. The gullet reeks of illness. The beds are too small. An imp tried to nest in my hair. And Firna, the tavern keeper, refuses to give me more than 1 day off a month. How am I supposed to hunt when I am chained to this stove? Maybe I'll become a pirate. How do you mean? I don't work for free. This will do.
Done. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
Did you hear that? About the boss?
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life. It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
Worth a look. On it.
You ever thought about changing the color of your fur? Merkberry's the
Pretty come natural.
Well, dang, Seraphim. I never knew you were so fancy.
Yeah, but mayhaps I'll be giving them
I no longer hear the perverted anthems of Rawatai echoing across Queen's Birth. Gone without a scratch. To each their own. Stick with me and you'll be on the winning side when the dust settles. Merla, you and my father are too alike. Go on. I'm still waiting on word for the next job. You have a few days to decide where your loyalties lie.
Adu, what brings you to the Hall of the Valeras? Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
The Bardato Bank shuts us out of investments and stifles our finances. This is the richest prospect on Iora, but we cannot grow our family business.
Can't make coin at the expense of others? Now that's a crying shame.
If you know a better way of squeezing profit out of these islands, I'm open to hearing it. Ezal is a rich thug, and someday she will get what's coming to her. If we must. What is it? Shoddery. Our disagreements are beyond the point of shaking hands. This is not your feud. If anything, I question her interest. You have little to gain by peace between our families, but you speak as if you might. You want to help? Convince Ezali to negotiate. She ignores my invitations. Until then, leave me be.
Well, that's not. Guess that wasn't so hard. Well, as long as I don't get caught. Guess that wasn't so hard.
Done and done.
My intelligence speaks of agitated whispers in the Valera household. Have on, then, and don't leave me in suspense. Now we know enough to sidestep this particular trap. Here, your deserving pay. I suggest we allow this heist to play out as intended. We will watch as our enemies walk into a trap. This will be the end of the Valera's short, ignoble reign in high society. It most decidedly is. I have no use for a faint heart. Find me when you come to your senses. Speak up. My business never sits still for long. Fratello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions. His brood threatens open bloodshed in the streets, and he's delusional little snake. Fine. But you can assure him that I won't be alone. Go on then. Let him know, before I change my mind.
Adu, what brings you to the Hall of the Valeras? You really managed to convince that stubborn Pugra to show up. I'll make sure the estate is prepared to receive her, then. I will send a messenger to fetch Azali. Whether she is still receptive to the idea of a truce is ultimately up to her. You run your bank like a crime syndicate. Some of us struggled to tell the difference.
We can take it up with the director anytime you feel like explaining why your children are intimidating my merchants. I see our would-be mediator has arrived. Well, we're here. I hope this wasn't some elaborate, ill-advised jest.
I would not willingly welcome a Bardato beneath my roof for the sake of a jest.
As long as the Valera remembers his place, we shouldn't have any problems.
My place is in the dueling ring. Care to let the gods decide, Lady Bardato?
Quiet, Martino. Watcher, now would be the time to lay out your reasoning. Ak, raise the stir in the White March Mountains. The same could be done here.
A force? Watcher? To what end? A worthy ambition.
My goal? To wring out a little respect from this feud before we go under. The company will bleed us dry. We give our lives, our loved ones' lives, and they don't lift a finger to help us. The Bardatos turn their backs. Why shouldn't I teach my children to walk with their heads high?
One does not arm the competition. Besides, lesser people have made more of themselves without the aid of banks. Vagabonds. The only thing I'll say for Otello is that he is a son of the Republics. I'll treat him like any enemy of note.
I'm amazed you can say this with a straight face, Zali. If we're speaking in those terms, it would be enough to be permitted to do business in Neketaka. We need not cross paths.
I want the Principe out of the trade lanes.
What?
Half of this month's shipments are missing. I'll give you coin and crew for 5 ships to earn back my investment.
6 ships. With 6 I will drive the Principe from these waters like rats from a fire.
Even money says the Principe already be shaking in their timbers at the raw thought of your 6 fish-stinking ships.
You think yourself the first to underestimate us, little one?
6 ships. I believe we just made a deal, Valera.
Then it's settled?
So it seems. For the time being. Time will tell if this arrangement is a favorable one. My hosts, you'll excuse me if I return home.
Never saw myself breaking bread with a Bardato.